All right, starting day one, game one on offense, we have a line of Ducky, Eric, Sophie, Brett, Grant, Rachel, Destiny. Grant was striking deep. Brett looked him off. Brett's looking for a reset and finds Eric.
Hot Jamie, hot Jamie, hot Jamie. Not coming, Jamie, you're good, you're good.
Eric looks for Rachel in the mid, kind of a hard throw, weird angle. Wasn't able to make it happen, throw away Eric. Disc is live, Sam is picking up. Immediate in cut from number 21. Immediate continuation in cut from 77. And that is a score, Goosebumps. All right, point two after the Goosebumps break. We have Sophie, Rachel, Matt, Eric, Brett, Grant, and Destiny.
Let's go, Dark!
Disc is up.
Nice, Brett.
Low, quick pull.
Cutter, stay engaged,
Brett picks up, throws to Eric. Eric immediately swings over to Sophie. Sophie has Grant on an in cut. Grant looks. And that was going to be a throwaway on Grant. It looked like the wind might have caught it and just sliced it into the ground. We're getting defense set.
Nice and early, nice and early. Oh, good work, good work.
Good. All right, disc is live. Brett does a full cut in past his defender, doesn't get it. Eric gets the reset. Clears off Destiny. 95 hangs out. All right. That's going to be a drop on Rachel. It looks like it bounced off her chest, and the Goosebumps defender picks it up. All right, third point of the game. Solar's still looking for their first offensive score. We have Sarah, Diana, Kyle, Josh, Frank, David, Erica. Looking for a reset, finds Erica. Erica was looking for Kyle up line. Just not enough spin on the disc. Ends up falling short down at Kyle's knees. Can't bring it in. Kyle, you're hot, Kyle, you're hot, Kyle, you're hot! Big D by Frank. Disc is live. Erica takes a deep cut. Frank's looking deep. Frank in, Frank in! David, throwaway. It's a turn. David with the D.
Hey, Jamie, you gotta recover.
Some high intensity. All right. David finds Josh. Josh goes back to David. David to Frank. Good find. It's a huck. The wind got under it and sails over Josh's head. It's going to be a throwaway on Frank. They find a really good in cut from number 7. They find a reset to Kyle's man. They're eating up the unders basically every throw. That pass just gets past Diana. They reset. They're looking for a big swing. They're on the break side, absolutely shredding it. Josh was off his man there. I think he probably got picked, but didn't call it. Big floaty pass over the back of the end zone. It's going to be turnover on Goosebumps. Disc is live. Frank's looking deep. There it is. Not in. To Josh for the score.
All right, here we go. We're throwing. Score is 1-3-1-2. Diana with the pull. Sarah, Kane, Brandon, Erica, Shawnee, and Jonah. We're in our zone. Kane is marking.
Right shoulder coming in, on your right, on your right.
They dumped it back. They just broke through our zone. We're working up the break side. Stop the bleeding. Big floaty around to break it. We're on the 4 side. Don't have a mark set yet. They crash. We need crash calls. Big around. There's kind of a breeze, so that is kind of a risky throw. They're playing all small ball. There's a big over the top to the wing. There's another big over the top. Oh, what a hell of a bid from that guy. I got 2 big throws. That was a couple risky throws, but they got it in.
All right, the score is 1-3. Goosebumps just had a hold. We have an offensive line of Eric, Ducky, Rachel, Grant, Brett, Sophie, Destiny. It's away.
That's a hot ball! That's a hot ball!
Eric gets the disc. Immediately centers to Brett. Strip call. Uncontested. Disc is live. Brett over the top to Grant. That is a score.
Here we go. With the quick score, Solar back on D. Came with the pull with Sarah, Diana, Cam, Coors, Erica, Kane, and Jonah. Sarah, Diana, and Jonah. We are in our zone. Kane on the mark, broken. It was a risky break. Dump. They don't immediately swing. They got it wide open now. Our cup is moving. Don't have any. Good, Diana. Good, Diana. Cup's holding pretty well. There you go. Have to hop it over. Still haven't gotten a break yet. There's a dump. Swing. Yep, there it is.
Now go out. When it's that side, go.
Big pull from the handle. Diana with the interference D! Kane picks up. Cam with the in cut, good break throw. Feeds Kane back to the middle. There's no big continuation. Coors going along the back sideline. It's a big lofty throw. Coors is gonna have to fight against double defense for that. He comes down with it, holy shit. Coors on sideline, he needs moving. He's got Diana as a dump. He has Diana as a dump. Coors veteran move calls the timeout. We're coming in after the timeout. Coors with the disc, about 10 yards short of the goal line. I did get confirmation he's coming in on stall 7. Jonah is his reset. Kane is the front of the stack. We're tapped in. Jonah moves. Dirty break throw to Jonah. Jonah to Kane, who strikes. Kane on the goal line. It's very, very congested. Resets to Jonah. Good job. Jonah's still on sideline. Kane needs to move here. There we go. Back to Kane. Kane with a big, just wrong blade on the throw. Great look. Erica was streaking open. It was a tough throw. Poor execution. Good look though. We pick up. We throw kind of a 2-man zone. Prevent the deep throw. They're in the middle of the field. A fortunate overthrow. They were streaking. If that throw had been caught, it probably would have been score. Kane picking up. Got a good in cut from Cam. He throws to Coors. Coors getting high catch. Coors looking for something. Good throw, resets to Kane. Kane was looking for Coors down the line. It gets tipped by the wing defender. Coors on the mark now on our home sideline. Broken. Disc is middle of the field. We are in man, it seems. No, we're shrinking into our zone, so Cam is closed in. He's now in that wing, crotch position. We have kind of a junkie zone set. I don't see the third member. It may be running a 2-man. Coors is still, he's playing a big tad bit behind the cup. They bump over it. Big look. Looks like Jonah did not have communication to know that there was somebody behind him. He was just sleeping on feet, so that's a score for Goose. We're coming out on offense as Grant gets off the field. We've got Rachel, Josh, David, Frank, Shawnee, Sophie, and Kyle down there at the end. The pull is up. Nice easy pull, center of the field. Kyle catches. Immediately gets some yards to Frank. Frank looking around. It's kind of congested in the middle. Josh is clearing. He's streaking. He's got Kyle running back up on him. Rachel's there too. Josh has the catch. Way to attack that, Josh. Coming in after the score, it is 3-4. Goosebumps. We're coming in on defense. Looks like Diana's going to have our pull. Our line is Sarah, Brandon, Brett, Kurz, Diana again with the pull. We've got Ducky there and Erica getting the signal. Feel free to cut all this out, Kyle. Diana with the big pull. Right about middle of the field. I think it landed in. It's going to be close though. They are picking it up on sideline, so it is an inbounds pull. They center. Ducky on the mark. Erica playing tight defense in the middle of the field. Core's walking down the handle. They do just immediately strike to get that. They're looking for the big continuation. Ooh, that just fades the wrong way. It's overthrown. Looks like Brett's going to pick it up. We really needed motion from Diana here. Core's taking off for a deep cut. Brandon comes in. All right, so center of the field. He centers to Diana, who immediately feeds it to Brandon. Good, that's some good movement. Brandon to Coors, taking the open throws. Coors to Brett. Our mid cut, there we go. Erica getting that, feeds Brett again. This is some good movement from our offense. Great cut from Sarah. Sarah back to Brett. Brett really chasing, getting every other, securing the disc after each one. Looks off Ducky. There is some congestion. Brandon fights to get open in the middle, catches the disc. Brett, good strike. Brandon, good little dish to Brett. Brett on sideline, not a lot of motion. Coors is clogging the lane as Sarah's trying to cut in. Brandon cuts deep to open up the space. Brett gives him a lofty one. Ooh, I would be surprised if that wasn't a foul. Looks like they're getting equipment sorted. Here we go. He's gonna tap the disc live. Brandon on goal line. We have Coors streaking to his right, Erica on his left. Brandon looking for a reset to Sarah. Sarah goes to Coors. That was amazing. I don't know if I got it on camera, but I was watching it, and let me tell you, it was beautiful. That is a break point for Solar. We are coming in. It is 4s. The score is even at 4s. We've got Ducky, Shawnee, Jonah, Kane, Cam, Diana, who will be pulling, and Destiny. Waiting for the signal from Goose. Got the signal. Diana winds up.
Nice.
Great pull from Diana. That one's got some distance. It's going to be at the front of the end zone. Phenomenal pull, Diana. Our defense is set by the first throw. Our cut moving in. Good bite, Shawnee. Really made him look off that throw. He swings to the open side handle. Oh, they break up the middle. Diana with the D! We are in red zone. Kane picking up, giving our stack time to set. Diana is out. Diana should be initiating here. She strikes through the contact. Kane overthrows her. Man, she fought for that one. That's all right. Give Diana a chance to get another D. Cam is already back in the zone, holding our deep space. Goose walking the disc up. Jonah on the mark.
That's your farthest.
They dump.
That's it.
Jonah scoots it down on the mark. Kane is in the crotch. They're dumping. Oh, that looked like a miscommunication. They threaded it through our zone, but it looked like the wing was not in position or did not expect the disc. So Kane is walking to pick up. We're about 25 yards out. Jonah cuts in, looking up line. Ducky cut in the middle of the field. Jonah didn't have the look. Cam with a good cut. About 10 yards out now. He needs a reset. Kane is over to the left. Oh,
Is she in?
Woo, that was a
Not in. Oh.
spicy throw and catch to Shawnee, who's on the goal line. Needs a reset. Jonah cuts out to give it to her. Kane calls for the swing. Jonah looks it off and looks for Ducky cutting from the stack. Zone locked in. They do float it over for the first throw to the mid, playing some small ball around our cup.
Throw on your left. Throw on your left. Stay
I need to be more mindful of the zoom.
Cam, you got two. You got two, Cam.
Cam sneaks in there for the D. That was a good look from Goose to the vulnerable wing. Cam able to close the distance, and now Kane picking up. Cam fights with the contact to catch that with the bid. He strikes. Cam threw to Jonah, by the way. Jonah now on sideline looking for a reset. He finds Shawnee. Shawnee looking for something. Kane calling for it, but is locked down and not currently moving. Floats one over to Jonah. Kane now striking. He needs to come back for a SpongeBob play. Destiny moves at the same time. Finally gets the disc to Kane. Kane looks for the swing to Jonah, who's open. Shawnee was there for the cut, for that continuation. Jonah holstered. He's looking for a reset. We're back several yards, still in our red zone, working as the handles.
Get out of red zone!
We need to come back and
Get out of red zone!
Cam coming in from the back of the stack, getting us back close to the front of the red zone. Oh my goodness, he looks. It was a good throw to Shawnee. Just through her hands. She probably had to go a little low for it, but still very catchable. That's unfortunate. We were still in our red zone even though our handles had fallen back very far. We probably should have come out, assisted, and worked our way back into red zone just because our handles weren't cooking in that space like they needed to. We're moving a little slow now. They're working around our zone. Our cup has still not set. They're 4 throws in. We still haven't really gotten into our zone. They are running this one. Finally got them to slow down a little bit, but they're still working around our defenders. There's just not much in the middle. They're finding holes in our cup that's not very tight, and we're just not following our defenders in. Maybe we're not getting crashes from the other side of the field called. I'm trying not to scream while on camera. They are definitely running more of a hex right now, taking every just whatever open throw is there. We're still trying to clog space, but they have all the open throws. They're just moving at very small ball. We haven't crumbled still. Cam with the clutch D. That was probably a risky throw from Bruce. Cam was on that one and walking it back almost to the cone. So he's stepping in.
Julian, take the top
Cam, another good solid cut in the mid. Resets back to Kane. Kane finds Jonah. We're finding open throws now. Jonah looking for a reset. Diana unable to get open, finds Kane. Kane, great catch, Shawnee. Shawnee's doing a great job in these last couple points of catching under pressure.
Save your last,
Cam with a big look throw to Jonah. Jonah just could not quite get there. That's going to be hard to stat because I think that's a long point. Goose walks it up, calls a timeout. That'll be good for us too. We'll bring it back to you after the timeout. It might still be more of a true two-man cut, but Jonah's definitely playing up. They immediately dump swing to break around Kane. Kane's still on the mark, throwing some feet up to confuse the thrower. She dumps. They haven't gotten an upline throw yet, just dumps and swings. There we go! Jonah right where he needed to be to catch that poachy D. That's a Callahan! It wasn't just a D, that was a Callahan! Jonah right where he needed to be, caught the defender, sleeping, jumped right in there and secured the score. That is a break. All right, Solar coming in, 6-5 Solar after the Callahan score from Jonah. We've got Brandon on the pull with Sarah, Coors, Kyle, Rachel, Matt, and Erica. The pull did go out of bounds about midfield, so they're gonna have pretty good field position coming in. That was a very long last point, so expecting full subs from Goosebumps here. Looking at some of their carry players now with the disc, see if they punch it in or if we can continue to wear them down. Core's on the mark. It's very congested in the middle, which is good for us. They find a high floaty throw just to the wing, back behind Sarah. Brandon unable to cover that space because he had a defender back to his right as well. They were just really stretching the field, playing some small ball in the front of the end zone. They don't seem to have a stack. Looks like they're trying to set one. Okay, so they dump, swing, looking to move the disc. Just swinging it again. Holding them to 4 or 5 throws here on red zone is, good red zone defense on our part. They did not score immediately. They had the disc on side or on goal line. Kyle playing really good handler defense. Looks like they finally pushed one. It was contested. Course was right there.
Start recording. We are. It's 5-5. I don't know if Eric said 6-5. It's 5-5. We're on. Because they just scored. Eric, Matt, Grant, Brett, Shohei, Diana, Destiny is our line. Yeah, I apologize. Here we go. Here's the pull. Rolly pull. And picked up, knocked down by Destiny. It was already on the ground though. Brett is picking up. Alright, Brett's picking up. Brett to Diana. Diana to Eric. Eric to Matt. Matt back to Eric. Pick called. All right, we're back in. Eric throwing. Grant catches it in. Let's go. That's half.
Coming in on defense out of half, Solar up 6-5. We have Sarah, Rachel, Brandon, Shawnee, Kane, Kyle, Ducky on the pull. It was pretty short. They're going to have good field position walking up for their first offensive point. Looks like we have set the two-man junkie zone we talked about in half. We are pretty close, but we still set up in it. So with the around to break, we're going to be forcing more middle here than we are holding a forcing middle. There's a throw up the middle. There's one to our wing. Looking for the continuation. It is a big wild throw. They do reel it in. That's an easy hold for Goose.
All right, after the Goosebumps hold coming out of half, we have a Solar O-line of Josh, Rachel, Frank, Ducky, David, Sophie, Destiny. They're showing disc. Here comes the pull.
Nice pull.
Let's go, Josh. Stretch the field.
Ducky's picking up.
Stay active, stay active. Don't leave her, don't leave her.
Ducky finds Frank in the middle of the field. Frank looks up, field. He's looking for a dump, finds David. Frank goes deep.
Josh.
David to Josh.
Don't run away from the disc.
Josh swings to Destiny.
Yeah, Rachel.
Ducky was looking for Rachel in the middle of the field. Just not enough spin. Disc died in the wind.
Break your heart up. Good, Josh. Up.
We're in man defense, forcing home. They are cramming it up the force side.
You're good.
Throw finds the grass before the Goosebumps hands, and offense is taking time to set up. David's walking towards the disc. We have Frank and Rachel setting up in the middle of the field. Disc is live. No cuts first. Frank cuts. David finds him.
Not looking, Megan, not looking. Josh is super poached.
Destiny made a good cut deep, but it wasn't there. Frank finds Josh for the easy throw. Josh looks Rachel, turns her off. Dumps to Sophie. Sophie's looking Frank. Frank gets looked off. Frank, stay. You're poached, dude. All right, quick transition offense by Goosebumps gets the score. All right, Goosebumps breaks. The score is 7-6. We have a offensive line of Grant, Brett, Erica, Diana, Matt, Eric, and Shawnee. Goosebumps pulls. It is out of bounds. Brett is going to brick.
Let's go, Brett.
Goosebumps is showing zone. They are in a three-man cup. Immediate swing. Shawnee's cutting in. It's not there.
Let it go. It's too far.
Swing back. Swing over to Eric. Eric's looking for Erica there, but it wasn't quite there. He ends up finding Grant over on the sideline. We need a dump swing here.
Too much. There, stay here. We don't cross this line anymore.
To Brett.
Right now, beat her.
Full around.
Oh yeah, Eric.
Full swing to Diana. The throw's not there. They look it off. Diana swings back to Eric. Eric back to Brett. Brett back to Eric.
Get yours, Brett.
Brett finds Grant on the sideline. He dishes it back to Brett. Brett finds Matt. The cup is getting set. Matt throws a big lofty throw over the head of the defender to find Brett. Brett swings over to Diana. Shawnee's trying to work this wing, but the defender is doing a good job of staying with her.
All right, run with it, Jenna, run with it. Run with them!
Matt threw it up into the wind. I think it just had a little too much under it.
Brett, there's man!
They hook off of the turn and turn themselves. Brett's getting set. He's going to find Eric in the middle of the field. 2 defenders there. Eric makes the wise decision to immediately swing. The disc goes through Erica's hands. Matt had a great effort bid in the middle of the field, but isn't able to catch it. They pick up, immediately swing.
Matt! Away!
Hey, Brett, you're hard, Brett!
Brett! Up! Up! Brett, up!
All right, I think there was a hand block, maybe.
Diana got the hand block.
Brett picks up the disc really fast. We're not set. He finds Eric. Eric finds Matt. Matt was looking for Grant. He tries to throw to Diana. He didn't have his feet set, and I think he just let that throw get away from him. Their offense is letting the players get set in the stack. Incredible cut from the front of the stack. Score Goosebumps.
All right, we are coming in back on O again. We got broken again, unfortunately. Kane, Sophie, Rachel, Jonah, Kyle, Brandon, Destiny. Here comes the pool.
Let's go, Solar!
Kyle to inbound to Brandon. Brandon to Kyle. Kyle back to Brandon. Kyle to Jonah. Jonah to Kane. Kane looking. Kane to Brandon. Brandon to Jonah. Jonah. Literally nothing. Jonah to Brandon. We have a stall call. No contested stall.
I didn't know where you were at.
No contested stall.
Rachel, you're hot!
We're on defense.
Kyle! Good,
Jonah! Oh, what a catch. That's a score.
We've got Shawnee, Diana, Erica, David, Frank, Ducky, and Josh. Goose has acknowledged the signal. There's the pull. Running out. It's low and flat. David picks up. Throws to Shawnee. Shawnee catches. Patient. Looking. Looks, finds Ducky, striking. Ducky feeds David. Frank was running deep. David looks him off. Waiting for his cutters to get reset. Good cut in from the wing from Erica, center of the field. Erica patiently feeds back to David. David still got some room on sideline. He's looking for movement. Frank coming in, finds Frank through the contested catch. It's very congested in the handle space. David needs to clear out. David is clearing out. Ducky's now striking. Frank breaks up over the top to David. Erica cutting in on the wing. Nice, good throw from David. Erica catches the disc, looking for a reset. David's moving. He needs to get out. She needs something else. Sees Shawnee. Shawnee, great grab. Shawnee now on sideline and needs somebody to dump her out. Diana moving, is now trapped, needs to clear. Shawnee calling for help. Let's throw away. Shawnee was calling for help. There wasn't a lot of movement from the handle space. Diana made a good move, just didn't get it, but didn't clear out. There wasn't much movement from Ducky. David was, I guess, downfield, kind of out of position. So they've picked up. They're moving the disc. Ducky moving in. That was a travel. Big throw from Goose. Josh trailing. It was out. Good deal. Josh did not touch. It was with Shawnee. Erica's on the wing. Erica's been making some good cuts from that wing. Ducky is cutting deep from the handle space. I don't know if she was given that look or she just took the initiative. David, it looks like that's a punt. Frank really didn't have a chance there. I don't know what that was. It was definitely a punt. Oh, lucky turn. Leave it, Diana, leave it. Diana knows not to pick up that disc. Let our offense get in position. Good job, veteran move from Diana. All right, now Diana's moving to pick up. David on the offside handle. Josh is back. It looks like Ducky has rotated up as a cutter. Diana finds Frank. Frank looking for Shawnee. Execution, but a good look. They're picking up now on goal line. David on the mark. Big throw right out of the gate. Frank is trailing. Kind of gave up on it, but I think he just read that it was going out. David picks up disc. Ducky off camera has made another super deep cut before David was even ready. It looks like that was a Callahan. I didn't really catch what happened. Wind caught it maybe, I don't know, but that's a score for Goosebumps. Callahan from David. Coming back in on offense, we've got Kors, Cam, Brett, Rachel, Sophie, Sarah, and Destiny. Sophie picks up, center of the field, looking for movement. Cam, good clean cut from the middle. Brett is clearing out. Cam feeds to Kors to Sophie. Sophie to Rachel. Oh, way to catch that, Sophie. Kors is coming in, wrong side. There you go, Kors. Way to adjust.
Hey, let's get it off sideline.
Kors to Brett. Brett needs to swing. Oh, Cam's coming in. Good catch, Cam. We're still pushing this sideline. It's working so far. Cam should really look to swing. Good up line to Kors. On goal line, fakes the scuba, dumps back to Brett. Brett, we don't have the swings.
Hey, let's set red zone. Let's stack.
Brett's get a high stall count. Needs somebody to move. Needs something to move. Looks, was trying to find Rachel. That was just a Hail Mary. Hard to penalize that, but that'll be a throwaway. It's like we're checking equipment.
Get a swing!
All right, so Rachel on the mark. Got Destiny marking now. It's an up line to one of their ladies. Oh, Sophie. Sophie on the mark now. Seems like we have wide open ladies on their wings. They're just running along that sideline. There's another wide open. Oh, Cam coming in. Cam was able to sneak in and get a hand on that one. Clutch save from Cam. Good job, Cam. Cam going. Brett looking deep. Brett sends. It's got the loft. Cam is going to have to fight for it. Oh, it looks like he was just trying to be a little cheeky with it, honestly. That's going to be a drop from Cam. Kane, did defender get a hand on that? Was that all? Okay, yeah, that's all. That was all Cam, unfortunately. All right, another long point. They're picking up on their goal line. Rachel on the mark. Overthrown. Sophie cleaning up the trash, getting the D. Sophie needs to secure here. Good swing to Brett. Brett, middle-ish of the field, looking for Cam. Cam helping with the swing. Cam now needs a cut in. Sarah jogging in the middle of the field, making a horizontal cut. Rachel coming in, but the disc wasn't even in Brett's hands yet. We're mistimed cuts. That's our problem right now. We got mistimed cuts. Kors came in. That was good. Looked off Cam. He wanted something bigger. Now he needs a reset. Sophie, good clutch catch. Sophie, yeah, good strike from Brett. There was no continuation immediately. We're in the same position we were a few minutes ago. Brett with the disc. Brett hucks one up to Cam, who bobbles it, brings it in. It looks like there was a call, a pick perhaps. So it's going back to Brett. I don't know what the stall is, but it's got to be at least 5. Look at that. Your boy Eric nailing it. Coming in on 5. Did not get any immediate movement. That is picked off.
Smart throws, guys!
That's going to be a throwaway from Brett. That guy did a hell of a job attacking the disc. May have even gotten a little contact. There was no foul called. We really struggled with that red zone multiple times there. Kors now on the mark. Their ladies are really coming in and working that wing. Seem very open. Sarah's trying to catch up. Oh, Cam looking for another leaping interference D there. Did cause it to be short of the end zone, so now can we continue to hold them on the red zone? Cam on the mark. Lady strikes around Sarah for the score.